is what he's going through right now with in the speech. As you could hear, he was pressured with his voice and how he talked, and he was in denial of it, basically. And what is bipolar disorder? It's a lifelong condition that can affect both how you feel and how you act. It's a mood disorder that's thought to be caused by a chemical imbalance in the brain that can result in extreme swings of mood from manic, which is the highest, which is what obviously Charlie is on there, and the brain, which can result in the lows, which is the depression part. These balances are believed to be symptoms that you experience with bipolar disorder. To be diagnosed with bipolar disorder, you must experience at least one episode of the manic or the high period. The manic episode is categorized as extremely happiness, hyperactive, little need of sleep, and racing thoughts, which may lead to the rapid or pressured speech, which he had, and you can tell he doesn't sleep very much. I mean, what was it? A couple weeks ago, he was in a hotel in New York, got arrested for beating up a hooker or something like that. The depression episode is characterized as extreme sadness and lack of energy or interest in things, and an ability to enjoy normal pleasure activities, and feelings of helplessness and hopelessness. On average, someone with bipolar disorder may have up to 3 years of normal mood, your normal state, for up to 3 years. Roughly 70% of the manic episodes in bipolar disorder occur immediately before or after a depression episode. That's not always necessarily so. Sometimes you get the high before the low. Living with bipolar disorder can be challenging in maintaining the regular lifestyle. Manic episodes lead to family conflict or financial problems, especially when the person with bipolar disorder appears to be erratic and irresponsible without reason. Charlie, for example. During the manic phase, people often become impulsive and act aggressively. This can result in high-risk behaviors such as repetitive intoxication, extraordinary spending, or risky sexual behavior. Identifying the first episode of mania or depression and receiving early treatment is essential in maintaining bipolar disorder. In most cases, the depression episode occurs before the manic episode, and many patients are treated initially as they have a major depression when you actually have bipolar disorder. Usually the first recognized episode of bipolar disorder is a manic episode, and basically that's when they know that you have bipolar. I know I said you go into depression first, but before they can recognize that you're bipolar, you have to have the manic episode first. Once the manic episode occurs, it becomes clear that a person is suffering from the illness characterized by alternative mood swings. Men and women have the equal chance of becoming diagnosed with the disorder. The first episode in men tends to be manic, while in women most likely to experience the depression episode. The cause of bipolar disorder is not entirely known. Genetic, neurochemical, and environmental factors probably play a role in it. The onset of the progression of bipolar disorder, and the current thinking is that the predominantly biological disorder occurs in the specific part of the brain due to the malfunction of neurotransmitters such as your dopamine and your endorphin. If a person is vulnerable to bipolar disorder, stress, frequent use of stimulants or alcohol, or lack of sleep may prompt an onset of the disorder. An important distinction between bipolar disorder and the normal emotions of life is that bipolar disorder results in the ability to handle everyday daily activities. A person cannot work or communicate effectively, and may have a disordered sense of reality.